Hello, friends. Did you hear I'm going to Hawaii? It's true. Hawaii, here we come on Friday. Aloha, baby. So in preparation for my trip, because I'm super excited about doing some stuff in the water like stand-up paddle and some snorkeling, I've been getting on, see my little pink Bosu back here? I've been getting on my balance thing for almost once a day. I get on and either stand on it or do some squats. I've got clients that we're doing some programming on the Bosu. So if you have one of those, get it out because I want to show you. I came up with a little stand-up paddle workout routine. So this is a mobility and standing balance series that you could use in preparation for if you were going to Hawaii with me. But even if you're not, this is good hip mobility, ankle and foot mobility, standing balance. And then this practicing going from the floor to standing, right? So having the ability to go from seated to standing or laying on your belly to standing. There's been studies that have shown this is an indicator of longevity. Now, that doesn't mean if you can get up from the floor, you're going to live to be 100, but if you've got that amount of hip mobility and strength, there's probably other things that you're doing in your life that also round out this whole health program. Yeah, so we're going to tackle the mobility and balance part today, right now. Come do with me. So you don't need any equipment to do these moves, but if you have, I got a stick I got from the hardware store. If you have one of these or a broomstick or even a dining chair, just to help with your balance as we do these little warm-up moves, starting with our feet. I'm going to take my left foot and press it up like I'm in a little high-heeled shoe. And then come down. That's it. I'm just pressing my foot up and down. I'll do about 5 of each of these things, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other direction. I'm going to whip through this mobility work. I'm going to do the other foot. Press up onto your high-heeled shoe. Come down. 2. So having this foot and ankle mobility is going to be important as we go from kneeling to standing. That's 5. Now I'm going to do my circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what else do I need? Being able to bend and straighten my knee and move my hip. So let's just play around with that. Oh, see, I got to use my balance thing so I don't fall over. Leg back and leg forward. And this is all just real easy. Does it see how your hip and knee is moving? Is that 5? Yeah, that's 5. I'm going to do the other leg. So I'm going to bend my knee, bring my foot towards my bum. Easy, real easy. So it's like a slow, controlled leg swing. Y'all. So we did a little foot, a little knee and hip. Let's take your thing, and if you don't have one of these, you can just stretch your arms out in front. Now I'm going to do this, push my arms away, straight elbows, and bring my bar to my chest. And you could also do this if you had a TheraBand or a towel. Stretch and hold your towel. So this is a aspect of what we need to push ourselves up. And I'll show you here when we put all these moves together in a second. That's 5 of those. I'm pushing something away, pulling something in. Now I'm just going to go up and down. Up, you're going to lose me on this one because of my camera. I'm just going to show from down here. You can keep standing if you want. Lift and lower. Arms with or without your little object. Okay, so we did a little bit of ankle and knee and hip and shoulder. And then let's do a little stop sign with your hands and then point your fingers down. So I'm doing flex my fingers back and then towards the ground. 3, 4, 5. And then last but not least, we'll do some wrist circles. So this is a nice little, you could just do this little couple minutes worth of mobility when you first get out of bed in the morning. Yeah. Okay, let's make our way to the ground. Before we do any more exercisey stuff, you are in charge of your physical body. If I'm telling you to do something and you go, oof, my knee doesn't like that, my shoulder, stop, sort this out, do a modification, call me and ask me for help. Yep. If you're comfortable coming down to hands and knees, we'll do a little cat and cow, angry cat. Push the ground away. Inhale, stretch. Angry cat. So now I'm rounding my upper back. And then stretching the front side of my body. So see where my logo is on my shirt? That's my focus for my cat, is trying to get that part of my back up to the ceiling. Is that 3? Let's do 2 more. Stretch. Inhale, last one. And then I'm just going to scoot my knees back a smidge and make a neutral spine. Hands forward or knees back. Yep, and we'll do a teeny tiny little baby version of our push-up. So I'm just going to soften my elbows. Push back up. Just 5 of these. Soften my elbows. So this might be all of the push-up portion that you do today. 3, 4, 5. Give your wrists a break and let's come into a low lunge. This is your King Arthur. I've got my knee, this knee about 90. My other knee, I'm driving straight down into the ground. Yep. And then to make this a little mobility drill, you could do an easy forward and back and forward and back. So this is an aspect of this going from the floor to standing, being able to get into this lunge position. Okay, now we got side number 2, level hips, knee at 90. I'm going to drive this knee down into the mat. Just hurt your knee. Skip this part. 3 to go. 4, 5. And then let's try coming from your belly up to standing. Yeah, we'll go slow. So come onto your tummy. Take a big deep breath. Big exhale. Pull your belly in gently, just to give you a little tone and organization. And then find a comfortable spot for your hands. So I'm going to press up. There's the bottom half of our push-up that we practiced earlier. And then I'm going to start to slide my left knee forward. And you might need to walk your foot up. And you might even help yourself with your hand. That's totally cool. Yeah. Take a minute and figure this out. Now watch my back foot. See how I tucked my toes under? And then I'm going to look where I'm going. I'm going to look out in front of me. Come up onto my back toes. Plant my back heel and stand up. Oh, there I am on my stand-up paddleboard, surfing the waves. Let's reverse that. Back knee comes down. Hands come down. Back to hands and knees. Rearrange your hands and knees a little if you need to. Slowly lower down. So when you're in Hawaii, pretend you're in Hawaii with me. Here's how they say to do it. Push up. Knee up. This is my knee. Foot up. I've tucked my toes. Look up, because if I'm looking down, I'm going to fall off my paddleboard. And then you stand up. So I'm in sort of an offset lunge. Yeah, let's go one more each side. I'm going to come back down, knee on the ground. There's my King Arthur lunge we practiced. And then hands and knees. And then slowly lower down. Now this time I'm going to show you using my little wooden dowel. Because if you were on a paddleboard, you would have your paddle nearby. So here's my imaginary paddleboard paddle. Yeah, across my board. I'm going to push myself up. Get a hold of my paddle, my dowel. And then slide this knee forward. Uh-oh, my board's a little wobbly. I'm going to look straight ahead. And then at this point, I can bring my dowel up here to give me one more little balance helper. Yeah. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, come up to standing. And I'm going to stay in this kind of bent knee, low lunge position. And then I'm going to put my knee down. Yep. Other knee. Untuck my toes. Come on down. Hands and knees. Lower down. We got last one of these guys. Push up. Bring your right knee forward. Rearrange your back toes. Now here's where your other little balance buddy can help you. And you could do this with a dining chair or a piece of furniture. Lift your back knee, plant your foot. So now I'm in that sort of offset lunge, and you can play with that foot position. I'm gonna come back to my knee down, kneeling, hands on the ground. So that's one way to go from being on the floor up to standing. And then this is your Bosu. I was talking about being on a balance, squishy surface, which is really good for your balance. If you don't have one of these at home, you could find a yoga bolster or a couch cushion. Basically, we're looking for even a rolled up towel. Anything that's going to give you that unstable surface is going to help build those tiny little muscles in your feet and legs. Okay, before we get on this thing, clear the area. Make sure you've moved all your dog toys and furniture so that you've got a nice clear space. And then I'm going to go back to my little dowel here, which will help me with my balance. I'm just going to play with stepping one foot onto my squishy surface and then the other. 1 foot squishy surface, just to get the hang of this squishy surface. So again, you could be on a couch cushion. I've got my Bosu on a mat, and that gives me one more layer of protection. If I had it on the wood floor, it might slip around a little bit. Last one of these guys, and then we'll come up. Now I'm going to put my foot just on the side. See this little dot in the middle? I'm just going to be on this side of my dot so that when I come up, yep, there I am, both feet. Now you could do little cat paws. You could mush into your Bosu. You could come and be still. You've got your balance, piece of furniture, dining chair, whatever you need here. If you don't need this, you could just have your arms at your side. So take a second and just breathe. Notice what this feels like being on your unstable surface. And then you could start to play with pushing your toes into the Bosu, pushing your heels. So I'm pushing toes down, heels down. Whoa, don't fall over. Toes and heels, last one. Yeah, so I went front and back, front and back. Now I'm gonna tilt my feet, and I'm really trying to mostly focus on my ankles. I'm going pinky toe, big toe, pinky toe, big toe. Oh, here's your coordination test. Circle, toes down, side of your foot, heels down, circle, and then reverse. So other things can move, but my focus is my ankles. So if you have stiff little ankles that are like a block of wood, these kind of balance moves are going to be challenging. This is a good thing to work on, even just on a flat surface. Okay, let's play with our pretend paddle. So now, if I take my stick and bring it to the side, and I could even drag it on the ground. It doesn't have to be off the ground. This might be touching the ground the whole time. Or I could take my stick off the ground and start to twist. Whoa, that adds a little balance challenge. If I turn and look, let's do 3 more on this side. So I'm pretend paddling my paddle board out into the surf, last one. And then we'll switch sides. Oh, I'm looking for little sea turtles and dolphins. If this is too crazy to add the whole upper body twist, you could have your stick in front of you and just play with one arm, twisting and turning your head. I'm gonna do 3 more with both hands holding my little paddle board. Paddle. Last 2. Last one. So this has become easier, still feels wobbly, but even just doing this for a couple of weeks where I stand up on it for, say, a minute at a time. So that's what I like about this balance work is it does get easier fairly quickly. Okay, so I often do videos like these for our Fit Club subscribers, often meaning once a week they get a video in their inbox. So some of my videos on YouTube are public, meaning anybody could watch them, but I've got some that are my little secret videos for just Fit Club subscribers. If you want to subscribe, I'd be happy to send you the recap I just sent out this past Sunday, which has about 13 videos, a 5 minute, the 5 exercises, the monthly 5, foot exercises, hand exercises. I've got a foam roller program that's like 7 minutes long. And then I've got a couple 60-minute yoga classes, Pilates classes. So it's a variety of short therapeutic exercises, longer whole class, whole series of moves. And then there's a couple guided meditations. And so those are taken from our monthly Saturday meditations. So while some of my business, I've been able to automate the payment system, that kind of stuff, there's some that I'm still doing by hand. So if you want to get those videos, contact me by this Wednesday, and then I'll put you on the list and you'll be able to see all the videos that we've been up to for the last 3 months for Fit Club. So you can do just the recorded video portion. That's one option. You could do live classes with us, yoga, Pilates, bar, Tai Chi type class, energy flow, or you could do personal training. But everybody that has one of those 3 options is in Fit Club. And if you are a Fit Club subscriber, I appreciate you.